StillCityDashCam.com.
Hey, what's up, guys? Still City Dashcam here. So I just wanted to update on a couple new things I'm doing on the channel, some of which you've already seen and some of which you will be seeing. So obviously I put a teaser for some stuff with that old video game called Street Legal. And expect to see more of that content. That is the game that I grew up on, and it is a very fun game, and it makes a good place filler for car culture content whenever there is not shows and whatnot going on. So that being said, expect to see more of that so that I can get some consistent content in the car culture playlist. Now, the new stuff you haven't seen yet. One, I'm going to be rebranding the names of some of the playlists just to change it up a little and to sort of allow what I'm about to do to make more sense. So I have my playlist called The Good Stuff, which right now is just random things, funny things, Good Samaritan moments, all that kind of stuff. I am going to, I don't know what I'm changing the name to yet, but I'm going to change the name so that I can include these new things called shorts. They're going to be just random little funny clips, or like wholesome clips, or like little interesting things, like, I'm driving to work and you can hear someone compliment the car. That's actually the first short that I'm going to be posting. I clip that out and I put it as its own little thing. It's also going to include the other video game I play, just a straight gameplay of it, because it is a multiplayer game, tank game from the late 90s, that I still play, thanks to my dad, who got me started really young. And it's a completely free game, so maybe it'll get some people into it as well. But expect to see it's just going to be straight playthroughs. There's not going to be any compilations about that. It's just going to be, I hop on, I start recording when I play, and I just post the recording of the whole game that I play. The first one I'm going to be posting, I actually did incredibly well, which is, it's had the same consistent player base for 20 years, and, the people who play it, for the most part, are really good. So that includes me. I've played it for a very long time, and I continually play it. So it's pretty fun to watch. I enjoy watching the rare occasion where I find video of someone else playing it. But again, there's not many people who play it, and not many people who would record consistently when they do. So look forward to seeing that in that playlist as well, along with the shorts. Now, with my whiskey stuff, I'm going to be including, one, I already know what I'm going to change the vlogs playlist to. It's going to be called Banters and Bourbon, so that it can include my random vlogs like this, my talking, all that kind of stuff, and then also include anything that I do related to my whiskeys. So, obviously, right now I post the reviews. I'm going to be doing this new thing where I post brackets, where I'm going to be putting groups of 8 that have some sort of similarity, or in some cases a noticeable lack of similarity, against each other, and go off of, obviously kind of review them a bit as I go. They won't be full in-depth reviews. It'll just be the basics of what I'm getting from it. And I'm going to basically pour 2 glasses for each comparison and do the side-by-sides, and whichever wins moves on to the next round. And then I go until I have a winner of each bracket. That'll also include little head-to-heads, like, what's a good one? Elijah Craig Toasted Barrel versus Woodford Double Oak, stuff like that. Ones where I didn't really have enough of a category to do a full bracket, and it wouldn't do it justice to combine it with something else, because they're ones that I like, and I know I'd blow a lot of other stuff out of the water doing that. So, that being said, I'm going to have, a whole bunch of different varieties of that content, and I already have a ton of this ready to go up as well. So, in addition, Timelapse is going to stay the same. The commute karaoke is going to stay the same. I've really been enjoying doing that, just because I'm a karaoke DJ in my free time when COVID is not a thing, and I used to go literally every single week to my favorite bar with my favorite DJ, and I've been missing that for a year now. So I'm doing this because I want that fix, and it's also just fun. Plus, it allows me to showcase a non-car side of me while still keeping it tethered down in cars because I'm obviously doing it while driving. But that sort of adds to it. You get little funny mess-ups sometimes, you know, whatever. Because they're not perfect, and they're one-take things. They're not me attempting to make it perfect. Beyond that, I'm going to be renaming a bunch of the playlists. That's nothing else content-wise is going to change. I'm not getting rid of anything. I'm just adding some more new stuff because I have been branching out. I enjoy doing all this stuff, and someone out there might get pulled in by something that's not currently on the channel. So why not? It gives me practice becoming a jack of all trades, especially since audio and video is sort of my career. So I would like to be able to have a decent portfolio that at least shows as a content creator I can come up with a lot of different ideas and execute them to a point where they're enjoyable. Even if just for me and my friends, even if no one ever catches on and starts watching anything. And I'm trying to make those PA car crash compilations consistent. The only problem being that eventually you gotta really start hunting to find any clips, and beyond that, eventually it just gets really hard to find any, let alone new ones, let alone people who respond and want to give permission, because it's sort of reliant on other people. So when it's reliant on other people, I can't make any promises. Now that, I believe, sums it all up. I know I forgot something, and I know inevitably I'm going to want to come back and add something else and tell you something else. But yeah, so be on the lookout. There's going to be a lot of new stuff coming around, and the same old stuff. I have a set video plan that I obviously keep adding to as I keep coming up with more ideas. But, I do remember another thing. My archives stuff that I used to do, I'm going to be doing some stuff on there. I'm going to be doing, for example, reacting to my first video, or analyzing my old driving style based off those videos. And by analyzing, I mean calling myself an idiot because I used to be way too aggressive. Stuff like that, as well as one where I'm going to watch one of my early compilations. I might even make this a recurring thing and try to predict, see if I can either remember or predict what's about to happen in the clip. Just fun little things to keep that playlist. I want to try to keep all my playlists that I have having at least some stream of content, even if it's not super steady. Like my tutorials, it's not going to be super steady stream because those take some time to record. But this will allow me to do things like that. I'm also going to throw in random things on the shorts with, like, a tour of my room, a tour of the neighborhood, reviews of what mics I use, all that kind of stuff. I'm going to start moving those kinds of things over to that. Because currently I had, like, my code reader review was posted in the vlogs. That would likely move over to this new or to the good stuff currently is what it's called. But that playlist under whatever new name I decide I'm giving it. I'm still going to be making the same old compilations I used to. There's just a lot more content in between. And it's mostly to keep myself busy because if I just have compilations to make and nothing else, I get bored of it. It gets really tedious to do all of that editing and comb through weeks and months worth of driving to make these videos. So, go ahead. We're both stopping for you. Or so I thought. Okay. But, anyway, so I'm doing all this kind of stuff as well just to give me something else to do. And to give me variety, because, it's fun to quick throw a time-lapse together. It's fun to record something in a video game, because then I get to play and have some fun. And also, basically have content right there for me. So, that being said, keep an eye out for all the new stuff coming soon. Hopefully, you guys will enjoy it. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching, and keep an eye out for the new stuff. Bye.